Hello guys, welcome back to welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the second episode of Abay's short news, where I'll be showing you some news of latest and not latest on automotive industry and giving you some of my thoughts and reactions on them. Today I picked out 7 news that I found to be quite interesting for me and some maybe for you guys. So let's begin. Okay, so let's start first of all with a hyped one for some people who love Lamborghini, and that is Lamborghini is working on a ridiculous 820 horsepower hybrid Urus. Madness. 820 horsepower is madness in an SUV. Obviously it's a Lamborghini, so you can expect that, and it says it will also be powered by a Porsche engine, but it also have a hybrid, as it says, so it'll have an electric motor giving it some boost. That's how we'll be able to achieve 820 horsepower. Now, it will probably be called Lamborghini Urus Evo, and it will probably be revealed at the end of this year or start of the next year. And there will also be available normal Urus with normal petrol engine, with 650 horsepower, like the same, or you have this option. 820 horsepower is madness for an SUV. It's supercar performance. Now, the Lamborghini Urus itself, you know how I feel about the Lamborghini Urus. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like these lines. I don't like the way it looks at the back. I don't like the way it looks at the front. This is the engine, the 4.4 liter V8, I think. And the interior, I mean, most of the bits are grabbed from Audi, but there's this dash design, it's a bit overcomplicated. Like, you have so much buttons sticking out and all that stuff, and the air vents look weird. I don't like the way it looks on the interior. I don't like the way it looks out in the outside, but I must be honest, 820 horsepower is madness. Lamborghini doing something crazy, but it will be powered by a Porsche engine, so Porsche are helping out with Lamborghini. I just hope also Porsche will be able to make their Cayenne Turbo S as powerful as this to be able to compete with the Lamborghini Urus Evo, so there will be some competition going on. Now, probably that won't happen because Lamborghini wouldn't allow Porsche to, make their Cayenne that fast. But Porsche is helping out Lamborghini to make their Urus as fast. So I guess it's give some credit to Porsche. But yeah, for Lamborghini Urus fans, this might be crazy for you. If you have the money, you're gonna have a supercar SUV, super SUV. Speaking of SUVs, a more family-friendly SUV for those people who have big families. A new Audi Q9 has been spotted as an early test car, and the reason why me an Audi, because it has this grille design, Audi grille design, and an Audi badge here. Looks like an Audi badge. And looking at the body style, it looks like it's more like a Mercedes GLS body style. These headlights, though, they look creepy. Look at them. It's probably because this car is an early test car, so it doesn't have all the interior bits, all the stuff ready, probably, which is why it's heavily wrapped as well. It has these proper roof rails. I mean, all of the big SUVs do. Not the stylish ones, the stylish looking ones. The rear, I must say, looks like a Volkswagen Touareg. Even though the Touareg is smaller, it's the class of Audi Q7. I don't know, what can I say about the looks, because it's an early test car and it's heavily wrapped. So I can't really say anything about the looks, but I'm really hoping that Audi will do something good to be able to compete with Mercedes GLS and BMW X7. And I hope that they'll do maybe something about the interior, like change it up a bit, because mostly all of the Audis have the same interior. Maybe do something different on the Audi Q9, make it a bit more special than using the same interior design. Probably they'll use the same interior design from the Audi e-tron GT, something similar, but we shall wait and see. But I'm really looking forward to the Audi Q9, see how it looks like, and hopefully it'll be good enough to be able to compete against Mercedes and BMW. But anyway, enough of SUVs, let's now talk about some sports cars and sports cars. So let's talk about the BMW M2 a new BMW M2 has been spotted in testing in Munich, and it looks like a potentially an M2 because you have these BMW M2 style mirrors. It looks too small for it to be an 4 Series, but they wouldn't update 4 Series because the 4 Series has been updated recently, and it looks like BMW might actually be using a normal looking grille. Now I'm predicting that BMW M2 and the 2 Series is going to look similar or maybe the same as the 2 Series Grand Coupe, the one we have. Now the rear, looking at the rear, it has a different looking taillight design. It's not a line like in the 2 Series Grand Coupe. It looks more similar to the one we have in the current generation 2 Series Coupe. And I mean, we probably might have also some performance upgrades, some more power, but all I hope for this M2 generation is for it to look better than other BMWs, like the M4 competition, the M3 competition. Looking at the grille, it might actually be looking potentially good for BMW, as they might finally make a good looking BMW. And everyone loves the M2. A lot of people own M2 because they're cheap and they're fun to drive. And let's hope that this one will look actually good. Next up, speaking about BMWs, the new BMW M3 and M4 competition are now on sale because reviews have been out now from a lot of motoring journalists, and as it says in the title, the best damn car for years. So even though you might not like the looks, which I have mixed feelings about it. The interior, I do kind of like the interior. It looks superb, and the driving, I mean, I can't say anything about the driving, but look what other people say is it's good. I don't know what I would rate it. Even the title of this video says so damn good. Now, which one would I rather have from the M3 or the M4? I'll have the M3, more practicality, 4 seats, and then the engine. So it has a 3-liter inline 6 with 510 horsepower M competition and 650 Newton meters of torque. Stock one has 475 horsepower and about 500 Newton meters of torque. Not bad figures. It's way more than the predecessors, and they'll be offered. The stock one will be offered with a manual and rear-wheel drive. The competition is going to be offered with rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive and an automatic. So if you want manual, you're gonna have to go for the stock one. I'm guessing because the manual can't handle the power of the 510 horses of the competition model. But yeah, the interior, let's take a look at the interior. I must say, this is a really good looking interior. The carbon fiber, these gear shifters look insane. Carbon fiber on the steering wheel. The white color of the interior, I love it. The M2 and M1 and M2 buttons to configure your driving modes the way you like them. You have these carbon bucket seats, which are insane. You have even these red grippy textures on the back of the paddle shifters, so it'll be easier to shift gear. Carbon fiber steering wheel, carbon fiber paddle shifters, and look at these crazy carbon bucket seats. The holes, it's probably to save weight, and you have M3 logos here which do light up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a crazy looking interior. And exterior, I have mixed feelings. Interior looks nice, performance brilliant. So yeah, if you like the M3 and the M4 competition, you might want to take a look on one and maybe buy one. They start from £70,000. The M4 competition is a bit more expensive. Now let's talk about not BMW but Porsche. Let's talk about, speaking of the Porsche 911 GT3, It's out on the configurator. Look, so you can buy it. You can configure and buy it, and I've configured it sort of in this crayon print. It looks stunning, I must say. And by the voice, you can tell me how much I love this car. It looks absolutely beautiful. Porsche 911 GT3. Now I know this has been come out for a few months now, but I just want to give you some of my thoughts on it, because I must say it looks absolutely beautiful. I like the front. I love the rear. I just love that crazy looking wing. I love this tall pipe design, and I love this rear bumper design. It just looks awesome. It's just such a nice looking car. Speaking about performance, it has 510 horsepower if I'm not wrong, and about 600 newton meters of torque. And this 911 GT3, it's a track car, so this has been made for track uses, but I'm pretty sure you can use it on road as well. And oh, I love the rear end. Such a nice rear end, this one, with this crazy looking wing and this rear bumper design. Now let's take a look at the interior. So I've got these crazy looking carbon bucket seats, which are really thin. Look how thin they are. That's to say weight. And the interior, you can get it with fake leather or Alcantara. Obviously race cars, they always have Alcantara themes going on. Like, look at the steering wheel, it's Alcantara. And I must say it looks nice. Typical 911 interior looks very nice, to be honest. Porsche makes some great interiors and exteriors. And it has a new, if the image is gonna load up, Porsche is now selling you a new watch, a themed 911 GT3 watch, and it has a new gear lever design. It has these yellow accents, and you can be offered with a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed PDK automatic or dual clutch automatic. So it's good that they're still offering manuals. You know, not a lot of sports car offering manuals today, and Porsche are still doing it. Good job, Porsche, and good job on the 911 GT3. Damn, it's such a good looking car. I love it. Now, speaking of Porsche, this time let's talk about something crazy on the Porsche 911 Turbo S. Porsche is offering a $100,000 paint job from factory. Madness, a $100,000 paint job from the factory. And this is like a silvery paint which has some yellow tint when light hits it, and it has some greenish tint on it. I don't know if I like this paint job. You can also get it on the key. Obviously Porsche can do that for you if you go for the option. And obviously Porsche 911 Turbo S, yes, huge thumbs up, I love it. The paint job, yeah, it's okay. $100,000 is a steep price, but if you like this paint job and you have some money, go for it. Yeah, this paint job is crazy expensive. It's almost as expensive as the car. It's you can buy a Porsche 911 basically for that. But yeah, last one for today, probably something some people might find quite, you know, more affordable and quite more interesting than the other news. Toyota might reveal on March 17th an electric car. So in 4 days they might reveal an electric car, and this one, looking at the image here, looks like a Prius, but it says here X Prologue, so I'm guessing this is an SUV because it's X. You know, a lot of automakers have been doing SUVs as their first electric cars. Audi e-tron SUV, Mercedes EQC SUV, Jaguar I-Pace SUV. So Toyota might go the same direction because SUVs are more family friendly. So if families want an electric car, they can go for an SUV. It'll suit them best. And we don't have much details about it, but I guess we should wait and see until it come out in 4 days to see what drivetrains it will offer. Probably will be all-wheel drive. Electric cars are usually always all-wheel drive. What power, how much power will it have? Will it be an SUV or not? How it look like on all that. But just to let you know, for those people who are interested in buying an electric Toyota, I guess something more affordable for people who cannot afford the sports cars and all that stuff. Toyota's electric car. But yeah, guys, that's been it. So, what do you think overall? Porsche 911 GT3, absolute favorite. It looks amazing. But anyway, Porsche 911 GT3, absolutely brilliant. BMW M3 M4 competition. I'm not sure. Mixed feelings. I love the interior. I don't like the exterior. It's kind of mixed. BMW M2. I hope it's gonna be looking good. Not like the other BMWs recently. Audi Q9. I just hope it's gonna be able to compete against Mercedes GLS and BMW X7. Lamborghini Urus. That's madness with 820 horsepower, but I don't like it. I don't like the Lamborghini Urus. So I just hope Porsche can do the same with their Cayenne Turbo S. Toyota's electric car. I mean, it's good because Toyota's, I'm talking about these cars no one's probably gonna interested, because no one can afford these. So people can actually find out some news on some affordable cars. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of Toyotas, if you know me. But yeah, I guess something for you to let you know if you're interested. Porsche's crazy 100,000 paint job madness, that's steep for a paint job. But Bentley offers like a $100,000 clock for the interiors of a Bentley Bentayga or something. So Porsche is not, crazy. I guess if you have the money, you like this paint job, go for it. And I mean, looking at the paint job, it looks like it's expensive to paint, which is why I guess it's so expensive. But yeah, out of all of them, I'm looking forward probably for the Audi Q9 and Porsche and probably BMW M2. I want to see how they look like. Porsche 911 GT3 has been out now, so there's nothing to see, but I guess we kind of have to wait for reviews to see what modern journals say about them. And I'm also interested if it's going to be a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, GT2 RS with more power and more track focused cars, because this only has 510 horsepower and the predecessors of GT3 had 700 or so. So we shall wait and see. Will Porsche make a 911 GT3 RS and a GT2 RS with more power? If not, it's fine. I am happy with a 911 GT3. It's an absolute amazing looking car. And yeah, guys, that's been it for today. Let me know what's your favorite out of all of these new picks I've picked out. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.